Hello and welcome to this episode of Tomb of Annihilation. My name is John Gerdben. I'm Final Boss Fight's GM for this campaign. We rejoin the action as the group continue to fight a shambling mound of plant matter in one of the gears as it slowly fills up with poisonous gas.
Are we still dealing with this guy here, or is he dead?
No, you're still dealing with him.
Okay.
And we're taking a lot of damage from the gas.
Yep.
That's not
Also,
good, guys.
Seraphine was an idiot and tried doing dissonant whispers on a plant mound that has no ears.
So Romad should have taken 9 points of damage there.
Okay.
Come on, Maddie. Don't say she was an idiot. She experimented.
She tried.
She tried.
Dragonbait will attempt to rush in and take the last available space around for weed whacking.
Come on, Dragonbait, don't collapse on the floor.
Weed whacking, because we're
So I
whacking it
lose
with
9
our
points of
weapons.
damage then.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
So that hits for 10. Riordan is just going to charge into the next room because he can't get in to punch the thing.
Also gas, and I don't think with his current health it would be nice to risk it.
He's not going to do anything in there for the moment, though. Philippe.
Yes. So I have actually one question. Yes.
Oh no, it's on its turn.
It's alright.
You are currently blinded, restrained, and unable to breathe.
And I have actually a question. If I am to actually pull free from what's holding me, like tearing the thing that's holding me, would this inflict damage?
No, you would just try and pull yourself out.
Okay, so I will use my strength to try and, try to pull out while cheering out whatever's holding me back, even if it doesn't inflict damage, just for the satisfaction.
Okay, give me an athletics check. Actually, use an athletics check at advantage.
Athletics. Okay. Ooh.
That's even better.
You just reach up, and you can just see these claws just go and pull, and Philippe just disgorges himself and pulls himself out and lands outside of the beast.
I just imagine this thing being like, I feel something in my tummy. That's weird.
And that is my action.
That is your action, unfortunately.
I can't use anything else. Okay.
Just stand there and be a glowing advantage giver.
And so it's gonna swing at...
It's currently grappled.
It is currently grappled.
So it needs to do a strength save.
At the end of its turn.
It doesn't have to. It's just going to try and attack with disadvantage against...
Everyone!
Let's go with... let's just roll a d4.
I mean, you've got plenty of choices here.
Yeah,
He's got a
it's
big
Romad.
Big ass snake. He's got a...
Romad.
Yeah, of course.
So that is a 11 and a 12.
None of them hits.
It
Holy
just
fuck.
swings wildly at you. And
The first time ever 2 attacks have not hit.
It
Yeah.
literally took me. It literally took me being on the creature and grappling it.
So yeah.
Oh, and this is the first time you actually want it to hit.
Excuse me.
Shadow of Moyle affects it if it hits you.
Ooh.
Torin.
So
Right.
it didn't try to ungrapple itself then.
No.
Okay.
Well,
It's too dumb to work that out.
fuck
It's
this
a
thing.
plan.
Time to die. 18 to hit.
That will hit.
And a 20 to hit. So
The same result. You collide with it.
that damage.
And
It is
that
still
damage,
standing.
Is it funk rubbing time? Do I want to rub funk? I'm gonna rub funk. Fuck it. I'm rubbing Funk. Funk.
Okay.
I'm gonna rub some Funk. Funk is
Okay.
Rubby Funk. Funk.
You rub some funk.
Rubby Funk time. Rubby. So, first or second level? First. 10.
It had 9.
Ah.
I just imagine if you did 8, that would have been frustrating as hell.
Yeah, it would have been. But
Theodas.
Well, in my snake town, I will say get the fuck out of here, which translates to... No one here speaks parcel tongue, I believe.
Nope.
Sadly, no.
I think I can't fit as a snake in this thing, so I'm gonna use my movement to get here, and then change back to Theodas to do the last 15 feet.
So, the snake just takes off and like shifts in form back to Theodas.
That's
And
right.
then-
Could I have moved while I was on my turn? I forgot to.
Oh, yeah, sorry.
So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. I can get to there.
Renala.
Renala will also move out of the way, and actually dash, because she can do that. Actually,
Actually.
if I may do that in my... Where was she? Where were you? You were.
Somewhere around here.
Here, okay. If I go here and here... No, that's 30 feet. Here and here. Do I get touching... Am I in range to touch Seraphine if I stand here?
Yes.
Okay. So, you're gonna go here. And first of all, Renala will use a... Where are you? Where are you? Here.
Where's Baldo? Protection from poison. Ah, thank ya.
And then move out. With the rest, have a movement speed.
Yeet!
Which is yeet here. No, here. Not on the...
Romad.
I just imagine like going like, tag, you're it.
I suggest run for your life!
Okay, I'm gonna run.
With a bit more enthusiasm.
Okay, I'm gonna fucking run.
There we go. That'll do.
Gonna get. Let's see. Hang on. Let me check. 35.
Oh god.
I don't know. 5, 10,
15.
15,
20.
25, 30. I'm gonna dash it.
You can get like there.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm gonna full on dash this motherfucker and just go right here. Like, excuse me, coming through, going for it. Like,
Excuse me, coming through, coming hot. Ah!
Seraphine.
I suggest also run!
Yeah, she's gonna run and dash her way into the
You
room.
can see that the gas is starting to build up and is gonna flow into the next room at some point.
We're gonna have to turn this thing around.
Yes. So just
I shall
dear
consult.
Lord, roll 20 is so slow. I get to there.
Don't worry, roll 20 is being very slow for me as well.
So Dragonbait, Philippe, and Torin need to roll again.
But Torin's nearly out.
I'm not out. That's the problem.
Is not out. Okay, come on, Tori.
I want to get off advantage. There we go.
You
Okay,
all make
that
it,
pass. Yes.
which just means you take
With
Aw,
another 18.
12 points of damage.
holy shit of you. If you didn't make it.
1, 2, 20, 12. damage. Not Roll20, fucking D&D Beyond.
Dragonbait will look at the door.
No, you don't fucking sacrifice yourself.
But
No.
Romad isn't... Not Romad. Riordan isn't here to do it for her.
And then looks at
No.
the skull.
No, you don't.
No. No. Dragon bait. My favorite. Dragon bait. No. My head really hurts, but I'm trying not to
Oh, he's
laugh.
actually going to. Oh my god.
Dragon bait. No.
He could get in there, but he...
5.
No,
10.
Dragonbait, if you want to go in there, please let Renata give you Death Ward.
You should have given it to. You should have given the poison thing to Dragon Bait.
It's a protection from it, not fucking immunity.
Yeah, but it could have helped.
Dragon bait.
Dragon bait. Dragon bait. No. What's wrong with you?
Oh my god, I know what Tiras is gonna do now.
If John is going to be true to character...
Don't encourage him.
Philippe.
So I will get out of the room.
Get out of the way.
Torin.
What would he do?
Maybe go back to the center of the room.
Which either he goes up to try and help, because I am assuming Dragonbait's going to try and turn off these
Skulls.
skulls, or smash them in so they're not spewing poison.
It might be good
Yeah,
to
but
have
maybe
someone
the
there
doctor
who
can
can
heal.
heal him.
I can heal myself.
Oh, you can heal others, damn it.
Hold on.
Well, that's a question. Did you even see Dragon Bait run into the room?
I think we
He
all
would've
did.
He would have been like looking over to make sure everyone gets out before he left. It's pretty much what Torin does. So I could get, and the skulls that are in this room, are they like along far wall, or are they?
They are on the wall.
They're just on the walls. So I could go there, I could go there. I could then Misty Step into anywhere in here and then smash the shit out of some of these fucking skulls.
And probably die in the way.
It's either that or we leave Dragonbait to die.
Well, in any case, I think a Dragonborn is gonna die today.
Dragonbait feels slightly insulted. He is a saurial.
He is
He
a
looks
sword.
like a dragon.
I just realised that I have that, and I even have it attuned.
Wait, what do you have? Wait, hang on a minute.
Hey, what?
Wait.
Howls.
What?
Wait.
Okay.
Oh no, that's that.
No, I've not got that. I'm not talking about that.
I was going to say, I thought that for a second.
No, wrong dragon type, John. Wrong dragon type. But I do have a certain thing that I could do, but then I can't use. How long does this last for? It lasts for an hour.
What do you do, Torin?
So, fuck it.
I fucking hate everything.
5, 10, 15,
God damn.
20, 25, 30. And there's nothing else I can really do because that was an action to do. I don't have anything bonusy.
There is a skull, and a skull.
So on each, like,
Circular bit.
Yeah.
So,
Theodas.
Fuck everything. I know what he would do, and it doesn't please me.
especially since now you're feeling so brave.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm gonna go
to be
in.
fair, look at it. The only one who has no damage whatsoever is actually Theodas.
Yeah, I know. It doesn't please me, but it is the truth.
This unpleases me.
Alright, it's gonna turn into the dino thing, Deinonychus.
Okay.
Just before that, you could like hear him sigh and just being like, "Oh, fuck it." And
Alright,
40
I
feet.
actually have a question. Could you actually use your regular movement, turn into an animal, and then use the animal movement?
No, you'd be able to use any additional movement.
Okay.
No.
So he could move 30 feet as Theodas and then move a further 10 feet as the Deinonychus.
Which is the thing I did with the constrictor snake earlier. I moved 30 feet with the constrictor snake, then 50 feet with Theodas. Alright, now that we're here, do I turn back as myself or not?
I would stay, because then you've got a little pool of health that you can burn through.
Yeah, I'm just gonna power through and just dash into the room.
And start making angry Dionychus noises to be like,
And
"What
go
are
for
you
one of the
doing
skulls.
Renala.
Renala's gonna break down and cry at this point because her husband is probably gonna die. That's what's happening.
Romad.
Uh,
Cool. Do you want to do anything other than that, or...?
Or
I'm
not.
just gonna pull Renata in to make sure she doesn't get up.
Okay.
Just Renata. I'm just gonna like
Nope.
gently pull her in.
I mean, even if Renala doesn't accept, you can still attempt to pull her in.
Yeah, but she won't accept, so resistance time.
So if... Tanny, if you could give Romad an athletics check, Renala can use either acrobatics or athletics.
It doesn't matter, she's shit at both.
Cool.
19.
Yep. She is a ragdoll.
Renala struggles against it, but you can pull her half your speed backwards into the room.
Okay, so I'm just gonna put her right here.
And this is the day Torin and Theodas will die. This is stupid.
They will
Fine, you'll be fine.
Seraphine.
I mean, I might be fine. Torin, I'm not sure.
I've got resistance to the damage now anyway, so...
And you grant us a +5 as well, so...
And I grant everyone a +5 to every check.
God damn it. Okay. There's not much Seraphine can do at this point, so she's just gonna like come down this way and she's just gonna like comfort Renala.
Is there a range to Bardic Inspiration?
Oh, that's a question.
It is... I believe it is anybody that can hear you.
Shouts. Actually, in that case, I'll go back to where I was.
It's anybody that can hear you within 60 feet.
Measuring time.
I'm pretty sure Riordan can hear her.
I mean, there's a wall in the middle of that.
It is. It doesn't say it has to be a line of 60 feet that... it's not a straight line of sight.
If you go here and here and here, you can have all of us, technically.
So you can shout to any of them. Torin still has his.
She's gonna move here. And she's going to shout to... Okay. Who now?
Dragon bait or Theo the Dino.
Theo the Dino. Who's gonna be... Okay.
Wake me up inside.
I think since Dragonbait is a little worse for wear on health, she's gonna do it to him. She's gonna shout at Dragonbait, like, don't die! Don't be stupid and
That's a
don't die."
fucking order!
Pretty much.
And at the end of the turn,
Wait,
could
what
I
was
get Constitution saving throws?
No.
Dragonbait failed.
No.
Even with the +5?
Ooh. No, he just makes it with a +5.
So with the advantage is just against being poisoned for protection from poison, isn't it?
Yes. This is just poison damage.
This is just poison damage. So no advantage. Constitution. Scroll back down so that I can see. Fucking scroll back down so that I can fucking see. 24.
Okay, so you'll succeed and take half the damage. Torin, you take a further half.
So
So that is, you take 5, and everybody else takes 10.
+5. Oop. And roll 20. 5 damage.
And Dragonbait just tears at the front of his shirt that he wears over his armor and starts stuffing it in the mouth of the skull.
Ah.
And the gas stops coming out
Or 1.
of one of the 3.
Which actually raises the question, how does someone get immune to poison to avoid problem like this?
Philippe,
Get poisoned
Yes.
a lot.
do you want to do anything?
I do have the question of how do you get immune to poison? I guess you could even ask that to the other characters, but I would like the answer player-wise.
There's not a lot that gives you immunity to poisons that you can just find unless you find like something magical that does it.
Yeah, I think there's some magic items that give you immunity, but nothing that can give you permanent, never ceasing immunity.
Torin,
Right. What do I have? Either way, I'm going to move into the room and into this skull's jam. So a quick look. Am I going to try and just seal it shut somehow, or I'm just quickly looking through my inventory. Information, explorer's pack. I got a cloak somewhere. Purple Cormian cloak.
okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna ball that up and shove it in the mouth of the skull.
And the gas stops spilling out from this skull. Theodas.
I'm gonna turn back as Theodas because I need to for that. Otherwise, I can't really stuff anything into this map. And I have a lovely party costume on me. Unfortunately, I won't be partying anymore. So fuck this, and I'm gonna stuff the party costume into the skull.
Well, certainly up to you find some more party costume.
And the gas stops pouring out of this skull. The gas dissipates from this cog. It is still heavy in this room, but it is clearing now.
And can I move?
You can.
As White could, I have moved.
You can all move because none of us moved.
So I was there 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. I just get into this cog.
And so we'll actually remove the turn order at this point. Because The threat from
I'm
this
just
has
gonna move away.
passed.
I'm just gonna like move away so Renala can just go straight to us.
Same.
Renala charges back into the room.
And slaps the
Actually, she would slap him.
How fuck dare you?
She would hug him, then slap him, then hug him.
I scooch him. It's gotta be
She-
kissed somewhere, right?
She hugs, slaps, hugs some more.
And she does that.
Just-
Yeah, I deserve this one.
Just like, oh, thank God you're alive. Smack! How dare you do that to me? I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to hit you.
Renala slaps you and you just take 56 points of damage and die.
Oh, there you go.
Hey, I'm the strongest of the group. Not that.
Does
We'll see about that.
emotional damage count?
You're the strongest. Not necessarily the best constitution.
I still have a constitution that is above 0.
And over the next minute or so, the gas dissipates from this room.
Hallelujah, praise the Lord.
I just justify my action by I couldn't let Torin and Dragonbait both die on my account.
So all three of you could die.
Yes.
Yes, but we didn't because we all were there. If we didn't act, Dragonbait would have probably died, and I'm not letting anyone die under my watch.
You can see that Dragonbait's eyes are glistening and you can smell strongly lemons.
Oh.
Happiness.
Also, just turns to Dragonbait and goes, "Don't you fucking scare me like that again!"
I just clap Dragonbait on the shoulder. Just tell us what you're doing next time, and then walk out.
Dragonbait just looks to the ground.
Theodas raises a hand up about to say he can't really talk, but Renala just says no, and Theodas says nothing.
Do I want to? I'm going to leave my health for the minute.
I mean, I can do a mass healing with the Renala if you want.
Yeah, which is what I'm kind of saving mine. I want to see what he'll do.
Well, there's a dead body in this room.
There is a dead body in that room. Is it now dissipated to poison?
Yes.
Whee!
Emotional damage is double for the next 5 minutes.
It's a side effect of the poison.
So yeah, I'm going to have a rummage through this guy's pockets.
So this guy has a yellow band tied around his arm.
We've seen a few people with yellow bands, haven't we?
Yeah, they had a yellow flag as well at some point.
He is a Cormarian human.
What now?
Human.
He has studded leather armor and carries a sheathed longsword with a dragon-shaped hilt.
Wait, what?
Apparently a dinosaur is yelling at you now.
There's a dinosaur yelling at me?
I shall translate.
That's
Armor!
not what-
Possible you wearing that? Can you wear studded leather armor?
I can only wear
That's
light
medium armor.
They're only gonna get light armor.
I mean, if you tell me that leather armor is not light armor at this point, it just
That's studded leather armor.
Studded
I think
leather.
that's medium.
God
Studded
damn.
leather armor is light armor.
Is it like?
Oh,
I mean,
nice.
if it's light armor for Romad, then I would gladly wear it just to shut Theodas up.
Okay, let me give Romad the armor.
So yeah, I kind of like very haphazardly and not very well, kind of respectively as possible, try to take his armor off, and I just toss it out of the room. So Roman, I want this.
Romad dons the leather armor.
He's
And-
just like standing there, just looking around the place, and then
It only
suddenly
smells. It only
another
smells.
arm is just slapped in his face. Like, what the fuck?
It only smells faintly of dead guy.
Really? Ugh, shit. Fine.
Seraphine would take.
Theodas for quieting down.
And his AC goes up by 1.
Better. It's better than nothing. Seraphine
And
would
so
take
there was
one of the
a long
flowers that are
sword
crown.
as well.
He
There-
goes, uncomfortable. He feels very uncomfortable in a leather armor. He's like,
There is a sheathed longsword with a dragon-shaped hilt. And if Romad gets close, there is a minor magical glow to it.
ooh, you still get to be fabulous.
Next to his body is a Dungeoneer's pack,
What are you looking at?
as well as a pouch containing 60 carnelian gemstones.
60?
No, 6.
Oh, thank fuck, Jesus. So, yeah, takes those and takes the Dungeoneer's pack, takes everything that's useful and brings it out for other people to investigate and claim as they see fit. And before he goes out, he actually does kind of like get the body in some sort of
respectful pose.
To cross his chest, that kind of stuff.
Would anybody like to take the longsword?
Which one of us can wield longswords is the question.
I can, but I have a shit ton of longswords already now.
Martial weapon, if anyone wants a martial weapon.
Dragonbait just looks at his and is like, yeah, fine.
I'm pretty good. I've got the flame tongue one, and I've got my hammer. So,
Renala, can you do that?
Can you do the
Simple weapons? So no, I don't think that is good.
I mean, she can use it. She's not
Seraphine can do martial weapons, but she already has Mythcarver.
She's got Mythcarver. I can just put it in the bag.
Yeah.
If no
we can sell it when we.
We can either sell it, or if someone happens to lose their weapon or anything, we've got a spare.
Was it very true?
So I'm going to shove.
So, would you like the description of the room that you all charged into?
No.
To flee from the gas.
Dragon hilted long sword.
We can get the description in a second, but first, everyone into this room, and the mass healing will begin. Because we all need it.
Mass healing. We really need some fucking long rest. Mass healing words.
Oh, at the end of the... Oh no, I'll let you do the mass healing first.
Oh, great.
Its healing word is not max. So that's 9.
That's still better than nothing.
It is better than nothing.
Back to 50.
I'm on 38.
Renala's back to 30.
Are we dabbling now or something?
Nope.
Nope.
Okay.
It's 9 because it's the higher level cast.
So 9 healing spell.
9 points of healing.
I'm back to my...
And so that Renala doesn't get too mad at Theodas. A simple cure wound.
Is that on...
Get the green thing off me. I want to get the green thing off me.
It's Theodas and Renala. Just 37. 37.
I'm going to get rid of the green thing off you anyway, because I don't...
You
don't
don't.
fix it.
You don't, it's me, I can do it.
You play it.
It's the API that does it to you.
Do I want to do a cure wounds? I'll do it. I'm going to do it. Or do I want to use some... I'll use some lay on hands. I'll do like 8 points of lay on hands myself. Plus 8.
So sorry, Sammy, that's 7. Is that to Renala?
It was to Renala, but I already added it.
I'm just doing her D&D Beyond.
D&D Beyond. Yeah, 37. 37.
37.
Yes.
Bromad's just wearing armor and has glasses on.
That is the most unfitting armor ever. I have armor.
So the room that you are currently stood within.
Actually, Theodas got to find 2 shields, one for the front and one for the back.
What are you trying to say?
There are 5 teak wardrobes that stand against the ironclad walls of this chamber, each door bearing a carved image or scene. Puddles of grey slime cover parts of the floor. The room has 2 exits. The one to the south through which you entered, and the one to the north which is covered by an adamantine portcullis. Set into a metal plate above the portcullis is a row of 5 red crystals, shaped like drops of blood.
Goody.
Investigation time?
Or perception.
Or perception?
Which one is
Either
it,
way.
John?
What do you want to do with it, players?
I want to figure out what are those thingies, those door, the portcullis and stuff like that.
I'm gonna look around the room and see if anything, like, major sticks out to me. Something might.
So there are 5 wardrobes,
Yes.
each of which has a symbol on the front of it, a scene or an image.
Mm-hmm.
They look well-made wardrobes that don't particularly fit within this place.
You said there were 5 crystals above the portcullis to the
I
north.
was about to ask.
There are 5 crystals and 5 wardrobes.
Interesting.
I have the slight feeling that if we fuck up, portcullis is gonna drop.
The portcullis is down,
Oh. Well then, it won't drop.
so it is blocking your path.
It dropped already.
Someone already fucked up.
I think we have to do something to these wardrobes.
I think so.
I think if we step in them, we're gonna find a talking beaver.
Wait, why talking?
Riordan looks at Theodas and is like, I thought I was the mad one.
No, don't worry, I got a gun in my head now.
Can I investigate the rest of the room to see if there's any, I don't know, anything that kind of tells what we have to do in this room? I don't know, stains or scars on the walls or anything like that.
Give me an investigation.
Already ahead of you on that.
I'll make sure I'm not fucking on advantage. 20.
I'll explain to you on Discord. Man.
Okay.
I think it's another film's just been added to a list.
Yeah.
Or maybe a
It's
book
not a great film,
series. Taurin and Seraphine.
Yes.
You look around the room and you can see that there are battle marks streaked in the wall, claw marks, sword swipes. It looks like there has been fighting in this room at some point in the past. But the wardrobes are not affected. Either they are a more recent addition to the room, or
There's something protecting them.
yeah.
They're magic.
I think there's things in these wardrobes. And when we open them, we have to sacrifice something or beat something.
I have a
Maybe.
sneaking suspicion that you are correct.
Either way, there's been fighting in this room.
Uh-huh. I feel like the crystals also have something to do with it too.
I think we have to. As there's been signs of fighting, and there are 5 wardrobes, every one of these wardrobes will have something in it that we have to battle and beat.
So,
Maybe.
should we do it one at a time? Yeah,
I
one at a time would probably.
think we need to rest before we do anything.
Riordan cries out in pain.
Oh.
Written you good?
You turn round and see that he's clutching his hands to his chest and he's wrapped his shirt around them.
He's becoming a goat. He's... Sorry.
Is that actually what's happening?
Probably.
Why would he be?
Oh, he's having a heart attack.
Yeah, he's either having a heart attack or something. I don't think it's anything to do with goat.
Are you okay? Okay.
Kind of puts
Is he
his
okay?
hand on his shoulder and kind of steadies him to make sure he's not going to like collapse or anything.
He looks a little bit uneasy up at you. My hands.
What about your hands?
He holds his hand up, and then the other, and he now only has 3 fingers.
He's becoming it? No.
Two of his fingers have merged together, and he has 2 large fingers and a thumb on each hand.
Wait.
Okay.
Wait a second. How many fingers do tieflings have?
5.
Oh, okay. No, mind.
But you may want to ask that about other creatures. And you can just see
right.
there's a splitting pain in his head as well as the horns just grow to their full curl length.
Oh, this ain't good. Can we do like history or something or anything to figure out what you might be turning into?
Arcana?
Yeah, maybe Arcana.
Can we do
This
anything,
maybe
John?
so?
You get the feeling that the curse has just run its course now.
Can I actually remove the curse?
Do you have any spells that would remove curse?
Wait a minute.
Mainly the spell remove curse.
Can I beat the curse?
Can I try and stop the curse from him? Like, use the curse?
If you have the spell remove curse, you can attempt to.
I legit just put remove curse. I just rolled it, you...
Do you have spell slots remaining?
Yeah. That's the last
Probably a
one.
3rd level spell slot. Yeah.
So yeah, you touch Riordan,
I was like, get out of my way, let me try this.
and I need to double check what happens.
He explodes.
That'd be funny.
You
I like things exploding.
you can be the one that tells Ben what happens then.
It's not
Cool.
funny.
Since you can't use that snazzy staff no more.
I snap a stab in my hand.
Well, it literally says all it does is breaks the attunement, doesn't get rid of the curse on the item.
Oh, my phone.
So yeah, the horns just retract into his head, his fingers unmerge, his eyes go back to normal, the hair on his legs dissipates, but you can't tell that because he's covered them up. And he is no longer tuned to the staff of striking.
Ooh,
I snapped the
shit.
staff in half.
It
So
ain't
it's
that
a-
easy.
Did it actually remove the god from his body, or did does it only remove the symptoms of it?
It removes his connection to the cursed item and restores his original appearance.
Wait, so the reason why he was turning into a goat was because or a demon or whatever. Like the reason why he was cursed and getting horns and like losing fingers and stuff like that is because he was attuned to the staff.
Yes.
And
Why
what
did you attune to the staff?
He
Then
didn't
they
know.
saved his ass.
There's no way
Also,
of telling a
wait.
curse unless you attune to it
Or have
Wait.
identify.
or have identified.
So how does attuning to a staff turns you into a god? I mean, being a god doesn't make you wield the staff better, does it?
Nope.
It's a cursed staff.
Oh.
So, was it from the... Does he know it's from the staff, or does he, like, literally just remove the curse completely?
You would know, or like he will know now that as you've touched him and removed the curse, he is no longer attuned to the staff, and therefore knows that the staff is what was causing the curse.
So that means I can take... Can I forcefully take the staff away?
You can take the staff away from him, but you can't snap it over your knee.
Why can I not snap it over my knee?
Because
It's
it's
a
a magic item. And they are incredibly resilient.
I mean, it really didn't believe that it was the stuff, though. Because he would know, but I don't know you would know that.
It's true.
Could we?
The question
burn it?
is that if he were attuned to it, would he still have the curse again?
If he attunes again, he might have the curse again.
Okay. Okay, so as you touch, all affects one creature or object. If the object is cursed in magic item, it curse return. Yeah, so it's possibly that it still has the curse to it. So, he's gonna take it, and but not being tuned to it, he's gonna hold on to it. Romad is.
Do you know it's the thing? Because Reardon is the only one to know that.
Once he breaks attunement, he knows. No, he doesn't have to tell him. And knowing Riordan, he wouldn't tell him.
We will consult Ben about this later.
Because technically you can't know that it's the staff. That's it. But Reardon knows. So it depends if he tells you or not.
We will deal with this another time.
Indeed.
Indeed.
Okay.
But for now, what do you want to do?
Hold on to the staff, I guess.
So
Off its hands.
I think Torin's theory is pretty solid about like there potentially being a potential beast or creature or something that will need to fight in each cabinet.
I want a
Question
long
is-
rest before that.
That's what he was going to
think we
suggest:
all-
is we long rest.
We are.
Before
I think.
dealing with
I think many of our spell users are running a bit
Yes,
low.
please. Yes, please.
So,
So let's.
What are these though?
Well, actually, but that's a question.
Wardrobes.
Should we stay in this room or should we maybe move into this room? Just because I don't know if there would be a case of we willingly have to open the cabinet or if they just open randomly on their own. Because if that's the case, we might wake up in the middle of the night and have a fight. And wouldn't that be just
Upon you
fine,
saying
man?
that, I think we err on the side of caution.
To the other room.
At least it makes sense to me.
We cleared this room from gas.
Yep.
I don't think it's
Exactly,
gonna
so it's
come
safe.
back from it because we
And-
stuffed everything in it.
And it's a sealed room, so it should be pretty. Like, there's nothing that can come through there, and there's stuff that might come through the wardrobes, but either way, they've only got
We'd be
one
able
way
to
in.
see.
Yeah.
Romad, you just hear in your head, if you want, I can revolve the rooms again. From Tammy.
No.
He asked everyone else, what do you think?
I think it best we keep them at this station.
Yeah, because this way we know that the only threat can come from here.
Mhm.
On the other side, if we revolve it, it could come from behind us in two directions.
And if we leave the rooms unaligned, they're open out to the lake, and there could be anything in that.
Yeah, definitely.
Do you want me to stay here?
Mm,
I think
You
we
come over
need
here.
to stay there.
Well,
I-
would she
then
be able
again,
to
I'll-
teleport
Well,
back?
that's the point. Question. theoretically,
Yes.
can Tammy get through these gaps?
Yes, theoretically.
So she could fly back to the control room when we need her to.
Or she
Yes.
can teleport back to the control room. It depends. It's either said or done, really, for her.
But she could fly back, so.
She can teleport here, but I don't know if she can teleport back.
Yeah, I think you can only ping her somewhere you can see.
It is somewhere you can see or somewhere you can remember.
No, it is. I believe it is a line of sight to be able to place your.
Yeah, so.
I thought it was literally you can just summon it back to you. I didn't think you could put it anywhere else. But I don't know.
Let me find the spell and then.
So anyway, we can't make her teleport back to the room.
It probably is a place you can see. I'm quite.
As an action, you can temporarily dismiss. While it is temporarily dismissed, you can cause it to reappear in any unoccupied space within 30 feet of you.
Yeah. So
yeah, it's not line of sight, but
you can bamf her back, but you can't bamf her back there.
okay. So these guys I control come out. Philippe, are you going to come back out into the main room?
Yeah. We still didn't explore that one path.
It is
we're taking-
covered.
It's covered by portcullis, which we can't open.
We can't get through it, sadly. So we're taking a long rest before dealing with whatever bullshit we have to deal with in this room.
Okay, everybody can heal their healings and take a long rest.
I'm going to highlight my token and I'm going to click the long rest.
Did it do anything? It did fuck all. Great.
Yeah, it's done maxed up on my one. I don't even know what the hell's going on with my freaking spell slot.
Didn't do anything to mine either, so I'm just going to reset everything manually.
Yeah, just...
Oh, correction,
Just-
no.
I don't know how many I need.
Oh, correction,
Yeah.
no, it just did it to me.
No, it didn't do it for me, so.
It didn't reset my spell slots, though. That's the only thing it didn't do.
How many spell slots am I supposed to have?
And no, do you have a long rest? You have a long rest.
It-
Holy
no.
crap.
Jesus Christ.
What level are you guys? 8?
I'm level
7?
8.
7?
8.
8.
8.
I'm gonna try again.
Uh,
No, nothing. Legit nothing.
so you should have
And
2 spell slots, Tanny.
With where?
2 4th level spell slots.
Yeah, okay.
What's my spell slots for Theodas? I need to write this down at some point.
I mean, yours should be fairly easy because you've got 4 level 1s, 3 level 2s, 3 level 3s, and 2 level 4s.
Okay. Then for Renala, so that's 4 level 1s for Renala, 3 level 2, 2 level 4, and 3 level 3.
How come I'm getting zero from like my level 3 and my level 2 though?
If I could be.
You don't have lower level spell slots. That's how warlocks work.
You guys are weird.
You cast at the highest you have, or you not at all.
Mm-hmm.
On the upside, you get fucking powerful shit, but on the other side, yeah.
Also, you get back your spell slot with a short rest.
Yeah.
You don't need the long rest for it.
You get far fewer spell slots, but you get short rests bring your spell slots back, but you're also all or nothing casters. You can't cast at a lower level. You have to cast at the max level you can cast at.
There was a lot of levels in
Basically,
involved.
warlocks cannot go easy on enemies.
Yeah.
Oh my god, we finally are untainted. All of us.
So
For the first time in forever.
you guys sleep through the night.
I've got to
Wait,
say
actually, that's a
something.
question. Should we have a watch? Question mark?
I
mean, I doubt
still
anything's
think we post
gonna come
watch
and get
because there's
us,
only a
but
Yeah.
Who
I
is
still
in
think
who is in Watch 1?
Can do. I don't need that much rest.
Riordan suggests himself for Watch 2.
I'll be on watch 1 with Theodis.
Seraphine could go on the second watch.
I'll go on the second watch with Seraphine.
That's 3 people already then.
Riordan will take third watch.
Okay. And who goes with Reardon on the third watch?
Dragonbait will take it.
Oh. Alright, sleepy time.
So, Theodas and Tauren.
Yep.
Yep. Hold on.
I'll give advantage to your perception because it's probably better than mine.
I've got a +9, so probably.
There you go.
Whatever it wants to roll it. Thank you.
Any minute now. There we go. You spend a couple of hours. You watch the one entrance and exit to the room that people could theoretically come from. Nothing happens.
This is a shit place.
Yep.
That was bold, what you did earlier for Dragonbait.
There were more than one poison spout. He probably would have succumbed if he hadn't had more people.
Yeah, you could have died there as well.
But still, he needed help.
I've never really asked why you're doing this.
Doing what?
Like this curse solving thing. I guess it has to do with your cleric. Well, you being a cleric, but you being a cleric, paladin.
No, I'm a paladin, yeah.
I feel deeply insulted by you not knowing my class by this point.
I feel deeply insulted by you remembering me as another character.
Yeah.
I feel that it has something to do with you being paladin, but is it just because you're a paladin?
There is, well, the death curse affects all. It is a perversion that is stamped out. The undead are filth and need to be destroyed. And if this thing stinks of necromancy already. And so it needs to be stopped.
I guess so. You seem to be very, very on edge about undead.
I have had many bad experiences with
Care to share one?
them. When I was a child, my sister was killed by a ghoul.
How old was she?
2. She was 4. It was a ghoul that was created by my parents.
At this, Theodas has a kind of like, huh, face. So, it was an accident, or did they do it on purpose?
Well, my sister tried to stop them from testing this ghoul out on a young boy they'd found. In response, they threw her to it as well. I tried to jump in after them to try and protect her and stop it, but I was too late.
Your parents seems like delightful fellows.
Well, they're not anymore.
What did you do about them?
I, at first, ran away with my sister's body. Then many years later, they attacked where I was living. I killed them both.
I cannot imagine families like that. I've never lived in such atmosphere. With my family, we've always been a clan, so it's very difficult for me to imagine what you must have been through.
My family were also clan, technically, but it was a twisted one. But I luckily haven't really picked up much from my actual parents. My adoptive father is who I owe most of my ways to.
And who is he?
It's Anverth. He's a you'll probably laugh at this, but he's a pig farmer.
Yeah.
A gnome gentleman.
I'm trying to picture you with... Difference in size must have been interesting.
It was. It still is. The house had to go through some renovation.
I suppose it should.
But he taught me that there was some goodness in this world that required helping. And the village accepted me and took me in. It was like a big family, technically. But I owe a lot to him.
And once all this is done, are you going back to them?
I intend to. My love is also there, so I guess I really need to.
Yeah. It's never good to be separated from your love for long.
She will not be happy that I've been away so long.
I can relate to that.
My lady's a little more destructive when she's angry.
I'm expecting
What?
anything at this point in your telling.
But she's still... She won't hurt me, of course, but... Either way, she'll probably be worried. I'll have to spend some time with her at the very least. But... have to get out of here first.
Yep. That's not looking good so far.
No, it's not. But I'm sure we can get through it.
Well,
As long as we get a leash for Riyadh.
I don't know what to do with him anymore. I've tried everything. I've tried talking to him. I've tried. It just looks like he doesn't want to listen anymore. I'm sure the voices in his head are not driving him completely insane.
I worry for him, but I fear there's not much we can do. After all, he's relatively stealthy. If he wants to get away from us, he can. And he's strong-willed, as obviously we've seen.
I just don't want to wake up one day and realize Riordan is gone and find his corpse several hours later. That's not something I would want to.
Neither do I.
I've promised myself that I would do anything to make sure that all, if I can, or most at least, get out of this tomb alive. You've all helped me getting my wife back, so that's the least I can do for you.
You're welcome.
Roma just turns over in his sleep.
Roma, you're asleep, you can't hear that.
Yeah, basically she tilts in the sleep. Lord. You're welcome.
But, yeah, I get the sentiment.
Yep.
Yep.
And
after that, it
yep.
will be a long way back home for the both of us.
Well, see what tomorrow brings, at the very least.
And who is on watch 2?